Thanks for joining us. I'm Nancy Furness, and this is We've Got Issues. We're filming today on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded lands of Coquitlam First Nation, and we'd like to thank the Coquitlam people who continue to live on these lands and to care for the lands and the waters and all that lies above and below. I'd also like to thank Coquitlam City Centre Library for providing a space for us to carry out our interviews. And today I'm talking to Hilary Letwin, who is the Manager of Cultural Services for the City of Coquitlam. So thanks so much for joining me today, Hilary.
Thank you, Nancy, for having me. I'm delighted to be back.
Now, we did talk a little while ago, and I think you have some updates for us today, but I'm wondering if we could just start by talking about what is your role with the city as Manager of Cultural Services?
I love my role. I'm so lucky I get to do so much of what I love, working to build community in our city and in different places. So my portfolio includes the oversight of our public art collection. The City of Coquitlam has over 35 works of public art, which we care for, and these are all over the city and sometimes in unexpected places, sometimes in expected places. So I help to not only work to care for and maintain the existing public art that we have, but I'm also involved in the process of commissioning new public art for the city. And that's where my work with the Streetscape Enhancement Program comes in. The murals that we have been creating are part of the public art collection, about which we spoke briefly the last time I came in. I also oversee for the city the Riverview Hospital artifacts collection.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So it is very interesting. In 2012, the city took over from the Provincial Health Authority the care for this collection. It's 2,500 objects approximately that were initially cared for by a nonprofit organization who ran a museum at the Riverview Hospital site. Over the years since we acquired the collection, the city has done a lot of work to make this collection more accessible for people, more visible for people, including setting up most recently a publicly searchable database, which you can access on the city's website.
Right. I was going to ask if there's a way to actually see the artifacts. So you can go online and there's a searchable database, you just
That's
said?
exactly right, and there are photographs of a lot of the artifacts. The collection itself includes a wide variety of items, everything from clothing of nurses, for example, that worked at the hospital, and also some medical equipment, some crockery. I think for me, the most poignant part of the collection is the sort of lived history that is embodied by these items. There are a number of pieces that were created by residents, for example, as a part of the occupational therapy program, paintings, handicrafts. And at this moment, we actually have a micro exhibition at the Poirier Branch of the Coquitlam Public Library displaying some of these objects. So people can go by until September 8th and have a look at that micro exhibition.
That's good to know, because I will definitely go by there and look at that. It's so much history, so many layers of history at that site. And I know even like Finney's Garden and things, there's a lot to look at when you're there. But then also to have it supplemented by all these artifacts and to know that they've all been cataloged and that you can access them now is just really nice, because I think they were kind of packaged away for a little while there.
Well, the city has taken its stewardship of this collection very seriously, and we are happy to answer questions from the public. We're interested in hearing from the public personal stories that might connect to these artifacts. And I'll also mention that the City of Coquitlam Archives has a number of records related to the hospital as well. So there's some synergies there within our city teams.
So you work with archives to kind of put that story together a little bit, or people have access to the archives as well?
Yes, that's exactly right. People who are interested in this history can get in touch with the archives and visit the archives and see the documents related to that history.
It's interesting because I think I've worked with Riverview Horticultural Center Society, who do the free public tree walks
Yes.
on site, and there are so many people who are connected with Riverview, now Smiquella. You know, over time, that was a really vibrant community, and you know, with all the mental health facilities and things, it played a really important role in Coquitlam. So it's nice to see that that is being recognized and preserved a little bit as well. If somebody has artifacts or stories, can they contact you, or
Absolutely.
what should they do?
They can send me an email first and foremost, and they can find my information on the city website, or they can contact us through, there's a page on the city's website dedicated to the Riverview Hospital Artifacts Collection, and there's further information there about how to get in touch with us with those
That's
details
awesome.
and access the database and learn more about the micro exhibitions that we're doing.
Well,
as
thank you for sharing that, because that is a
Absolutely.
really interesting aspect of Coquitlam, and to have that available to people is really nice.
It's one of the most important collections in Western Canada of this particular history, and we are happy to make it accessible to people who have a personal connection or a research interest. And the database and the micro exhibition are two of the ways in which one can access that collection.
Awesome.
The final part of my job is to work as the liaison with our cultural partners. I'm sure that you and our audience are very familiar with the Evergreen Cultural Center,
Yes.
Place des Arts and Coquitlam Heritage Society, as well as the library, the Coquitlam Public Library. So
All great venues and have great programs.
they are amazing venues. They have fantastic programs, everything from dance classes to exhibitions of artwork and of
Bring
course,
some
live
good entertainment.
performances. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really pleased to work with our partners in that capacity as well.
Important part of our community.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last time you were in, we had talked about the Streetscape Enhancement Program, and you had done some really interesting work there. Can you give us an update?
Absolutely. So over the last few months, we've been completing a lot of the projects that we had that were ongoing as a part of that program. So we've unveiled a new mural in South Coquitlam by an artist named Sarah Delaney. It's called Passages and Pathways, and it's highly visible from Highway 1 if you're going westbound. So if one can look safely while driving
If you're a passenger.
it's going to be on your passenger side.
Okay.
And that mural is beautiful. It's our first abstract mural that we've unveiled
So
as
it's
a
an
part of.
abstract.
It's an abstract mural.
Okay.
So it is on a multi-use pathway. So people walking by or
cycling
going by
by.
on their bikes will get a great eyeful of that. And then we're also completing our additional sites that we have. So we're putting in a final piece up at Hobbis Way and Clark Road. And that's just across from Burquitlam SkyTrain Station. We've got some.
I know where it is.
We've got a ground mural that's gone in there, and we're just about to put in some 3D
So when you
sculpture.
say a ground mural, is
Yes.
this actually on the ground?
Yes,
okay.
and the reason, not only does it enliven this parklet in which it's located, but it's really nice for people who live in the nearby high rises when they
you
look
can look down on it.
It's beautiful.
And what is that of? What's the mural? the theme?
So in that particular parklet, we are celebrating the connection to nature that we have through these parklets. So it shows tulips, and then it also shows bicycle wheels because Hobbis Way is connected to a Coquitlam family, the Hobbis family, who were instrumental in setting up CAP's bikes.
That is so interesting. Like the history that's woven in these public artworks and the murals and everything is an interesting story just on its own.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Oh, okay.
So if people dig a little bit into these meetings, there's a connection there. And then finally, we're working on activating the Coquitlam Public Library site here. So
where we are right now.
Where we are located right now. And we're really excited to unveil those additional components in the coming weeks.
In the coming weeks?
Really very soon, by late July.
So we'll have to keep our eyes open on this.
Please keep checking back.
Sounds good. We'll look forward to it.
As will I.
Yeah, I bet. It must be nice to see these things come to fruition. All the thought and the planning that goes into it, and then you get to see the final product at last.
And it's really awesome to get feedback from the public about these improvements as well, because library users such as us, we come daily to these buildings sometimes, or at least weekly, and these are enhanced public spaces that we enjoy.
So if people want to express their gratitude and their joy at these things, they should contact you.
Absolutely.
Let you know.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, sounds good. You have some new summer programs coming up that sound really exciting and really interesting, and I hope you'll share them with us. The first one that I hope you'll share is Paint in the Park. Yes,
we're really excited to launch 2 new summer programs. The first is Paint in the Park, and the second is Music in the Streets. Some nice balance there with the names.
Lovely.
So Paint in the Park is a pavilion that has been erected temporarily in Como Lake Park.
Oh, what a lovely space.
It is a beautiful park on the south side of the park, quite close to the parking lot there on the south side. Okay. It is a pavilion that has been put into place for artists to use to create. We, for example, might have a group of plein air painters who are looking to capture the view of Como Lake and of the park beyond. So they are welcome to come in and use that pavilion.
And is that public?
It's totally public. It is open as a drop-in amenity for users whenever the park is open to the public. At no charge at all. Wow. So we're encouraging artists to come either on their own, bring their artist supplies, set up an easel, do a painting, do a drawing, for example. We also are running some registered programs, of which there are a number in the coming weeks. So we are bringing in an instructor to teach
awesome.
Acrylic painting, for example, or watercolor painting or
like
drawing.
The watercolors.
It's amazing. I myself have been trying my hand at creating some paintings, and I have not an artistic bone in my body.
I kind of have a hard time believing that.
No, and I have so much admiration for artists in our midst, because the nuance of capturing a landscape.
And I think just enjoying doing it, just being there is a big part of it too, especially if it's plein air.
You get the frogs croaking as we get closer to sunset. You see the families of geese and ducks that waddle around. And
so for these ones that are guided, are all the supplies?
Yes. So the cost is $25 per person for those. Okay. We do provide all of the supplies necessary,
and even the paper or the
including canvases or paper, depending on what we're doing. This program, I should also mention, has been very generously sponsored by Opus Art Supplies, of which there is a store here in Coquitlam, and so for that. They've provided some materials for the program, for which we're grateful. And the sessions, the guided sessions, are really for artists of all levels. So we don't want people to feel discomfort if they haven't painted before.
So if you've never painted before, you're still welcome.
You're still very welcome.
Okay.
And
would people send you copy of their picture?
Well, that's a great question. Actually, we have launched a competition, a contest. So we are asking people to submit their favorite view that they have created while working in the Paint in the Park pavilion at the park through an online forum on the city's website. And then in September, we'll do a random draw for a gift card to Opus, so you can go stock up on more art supplies.
That's
if you
a big
need
incentive
to.
right there.
Absolutely.
And this is rain or shine, you can go, and it's undercover.
It is covered. I would say monsoon conditions probably not
Okay, well,
great
maybe not
protection,
monsoon conditions.
especially if you're doing watercolor, unless
well, it
that's
might
part
just
of
add
the
to
design. Exactly.
And so for the guided or for the classes, where and when, how do you sign up?
So there is a Paint in the Park website on the city's webpage, on the city's website,
Okay.
And that has all of the information, both in terms of using the pavilion outside of the session hours, but also registering for one of those sessions.
Great idea. Get out there and paint in the park.
Yes,
Wow, that's
yes.
awesome.
And we are hoping that that artists will potentially meet other artists in these spaces.
Do some connecting. And
It's a big enough space that multiple people can work in the pavilion at once, and so if people feel like getting out of their studio space, for example, and they want to meet other artists,
that sounds really like a good opportunity.
we are excited to see what people produce in the
Connecting
pavilion.
artists.
Yes.
Who knows what could happen, right?
Exactly.
And then you have another one, Music in the Streets. Tell us about that.
So Music in the Streets is an opportunity for us to bring solo and duo performers into our streetscapes. And this summer we're focusing on 3 locations, 2 in City Center and 1 in Burquitlam, where we have put out a call for musicians who are interested in this opportunity, and we worked with our Culture Services Advisory Committee to select the number of musicians
Is it
to
a
perform.
variety of different types?
It is a
of
great
music?
variety of different
Okay.
types. So we have everything from pop vocalists to jazz musicians.
Oh, wow.
And we'd like to think there's a little something for everybody in the mix. These performances are all posted on the Music in the Streets webpage on the city's website.
So people should go there to find out when and where.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
But we also hope that people just walking around the city center or
Yeah.
walking around the Burquitlam area will maybe encounter these. So we have 12 performances happening in the next 6 weeks.
Nice.
So lots of opportunity to see live musicians in our streetscapes.
And it just adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it? It's like everybody's happy to see music, hear music in the streets. Is it connected with the Streetscape Enhancement Program?
That's exactly right. So we are activating our streetscape sites. So
love
each
it.
of the 3 sites is where we have done streetscape enhancement.
Okay. It sounds like you've been busy with some really good programs and some really good ideas. So is there anything else you'd like to share with us just to wrap up?
Well, I think if people are interested in joining us for one of our events, or if they want to learn more about an artist call that we've put out recently, that they should consider signing up for our Parks, Rec, and Culture e-newsletter, where often these opportunities will be put out. And we encourage people to sort of follow the work that the city is doing in this area. People, of course, are welcome to get in touch with our team if they have ideas and feedback. We look forward to seeing people in the coming months at these different locations.
Sounds wonderful, and sounds like you're giving lots of opportunities for people to get out there and enjoy the city and enjoy the summer with some music and art. So well done, and thanks for all that you do to make this an inclusive and an interesting place to be.
Thank you, Nancy. It's such a pleasure.
Well, I hope we can talk again soon.
I look forward to it.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nancy Furness. This is We've Got Issues. And I've been speaking with Hilary Letwin, who is the Manager of Cultural Services for the City of Coquitlam.